Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready? 50, plant. 53. Not today, you are. Not today.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Bravo! Switch it, sway, zoom.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards him. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab.
At their own 24-yard line.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Mariota, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Squeeze, double. Watch. Where they team?
To throw Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Protein spill. Now. Bam. Look at me. Go. Now.
On 2nd and 12. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
That's just me and you. Hey, Alpha. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. That's us. Leo. Go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's
This is Love. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 36, Mariota is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Right here. Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
You're trapped. 55.
On third down, Mariota. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
152 fighter. Yep. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Doubles off. That's the way. Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Ready.
To try again after the sack. Jones, he's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check it out, Reed. Hey, Charlie.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here, following the delay of game.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Go. 58, boy. 58. Mike. Nice, sweetheart. Hard. You got tight.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
60 outlaw. Topper. Run you over. Check 99. Kill. Hey. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set 18 Gator. Right there. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Target. Christian, travel. Score. Check. Press down. Shoot. Be driven.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a rally to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Undertake, Sam off. Big dash. Come. Check what? Squeeze. Hey, wahoo. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Jones under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, box truck. 58, Mike. Here we go, yeah. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You ain't got nothing. Check nickel.
Throwing, Jones. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Yeah. Buzz. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Hey, lock it. Big air. Fine.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's complete. Hooper. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Check. Crunch. Check. Switch. 36. Rock it. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Love. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check 55, Mike. Wild Bill.
Play fake. Mariota. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 38.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Love. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Check.
Mariota to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action. Mariota. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. But that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic. Hey, order. Come on, QB, come on. 58. Ready?
Jones on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
58 is the mic. 58 is the mic.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and that's complete to McCaffrey. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
58, Mike. Here we go, G. Here I come. Here we go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
Jones now from the gun on third down. That one complete to Yeldon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, we got Mike. Now. Mike 53. Watch the screen. 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 There.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety, and you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now Mariota, complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 38-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
55. Hey, come on now, come on now. Shift. Where are they, team? 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 55 to Mike.
To throw again on second down. Mariota is going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Hey, watch the slant. Check, 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 check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. One.
Play action now. Mariota. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Love. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin them back here at the 7-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Hey, exit. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You better be afraid of me. You better be. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
58, come on. Watch the run.
Here's Jones, throwing on 4th down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
50, play. Hey, high 7. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got him. Yep. 58 for Mike, 58. Hey, Echo. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Ready?
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He gets it to Sims, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Go. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Go. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. I'm here all day. Take 4. Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 5. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Check 53. 22 jet bomber. Yo, go. Let's go. Bravo. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check the outs. Check 3. He's checking. Look at me. Go.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
It's our time. Check. Check out route. Leo. Check 43. Bang. Hey. Bang. 53 is the mic. Go.
Throwing on second down. Jones dancing to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second.